Hello guys, welcome to iTutor. Today we will start with digital initiative in higher education. The same topic we discussed in last video too. So there we discussed three digital initiatives. So please go through that video and it's a continuation of that video. So we will start the next digital initiative in higher education side, that is National Academic Depository. It's just a transformation in academic level through digitalization. And National Academic Depository, the short form is NAD, is an initiative of Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India, MHRD. We already discussed MHRD is the all responsibility for the higher education level. Okay, to facilitate the digital issuance, storage, access and verification of academic award issued by academic institution. And National Academic Depository is a unique, innovative and progressive initiative under Digital India theme towards achieving digital enablement of education records. NAD aspires to make the vision of digital academic certificates for every Indian a reality. This touches the lives of Indian youth and empowers them with digital, online trusted, verifiable certificates which are accessible in a secure manner at all times. NAD promised to do away with the difficulties, inefficiencies of collecting, maintaining and presenting physical paper certificates. Okay, so this is for the certification purpose in the side of higher education. And next one is eShodh Sindhu. It is based on the recommendation of an expert committee. The MHRD has formed a Shodh Sindhu merging three consortia initiatives, namely UGC Infonet, Digital Library Consortium, NLIST and INDEST AICTE Consortium. More than 15,000 international electronic journals and e-books are made available to all the higher education institutions through the Shodh Sindhu initiative. This allows access to be best education resources in the world using digital mode. In the InflipNet, Gandhinagar, Gujarat is implementing the scheme. Okay, and this official website of eShodh Sindhu is www.inflipnet.ac.in /ess about.php. Okay, this is the official website. You can search for the eShodh Sindhu. And virtual labs. The virtual labs is physical distance and the lack of resources make us unable to perform experiments, especially when they involve sophisticated instruments. Also, good teachers are always a scarce resource. Web-based and video-based courses address the issue of teaching to some extent. Conducting joint experiment by two participating institutions and also sharing costly resources has always been challenging. With the present-day internet and computer technologies, the above limitations can no more hamper students and researchers in enhancing their skills and knowledge. Also, in a country such as ours, costly instruments and equipments need to be shared with the fellow researchers to the extent possible. Web enables experiments can be designed for remote operations and viewing so as to enthuse the curiosity and the innovation into students. This would help in learning basic and advanced concepts through remote experimentation. Today, most equipment has computer interface for control and data storage. It is possible to design good experiments around some of these equipments, which would enhance the learning of a student. Internet-based experimentation further permits use of resources, knowledge, software, and data available on the web. Apart from encouraging skillful experiments being simultaneously performed at points separated in space, and it's a possible time. So this is under the National Mission on Education through ICT. Okay, so all MHRD is the responsible for the virtual labs. Virtual lab does not require any additional infrastructure set up for conducting experiments at a user premises. One computer terminal with the broadband internet connectivity is all that is needed to perform the experiments remotely. Over 205 virtual labs in 9 engineering and science disciplines comprising about 1,515 experiments are operational and currently being assessed by more than 6 lakh students. Okay, this is the official website of virtual lab, www.vlab.co.in. This is the official website. You can go through it. You will get more information about the virtual lab. And next one is eYatra, an MHRD initiative under NMEICT program named eYatra is implemented to incorporate robotic into engineering education with the objective of engaging students through exciting hand-on application of mathematics, computer science and engineering principles. Creation of robotic platform has been very successfully demonstrated during phase 1 of the project. Presently, eYatra has been implemented in 100 colleges. Okay, this is supported by eYatra Lab Setup Initiative, that is in Mumbai. IIT Bombay is the main initiative of the eYatra. Okay, it's a robotic lab. eYatra is creating skills by setting up lab infrastructure for project-based learning and training teachers in these 100 engineers colleges. Going ahead, MHRD sees the core skills developed by IITB, that is IIT Bombay, as generating, distributing and analyzing content to further create manpower with the practical skills. All the projects and codes are available on eYatra website. Okay, it's the eYatra website, www.eyatra.org, as open source content. Okay, so here the benefit for you is you can go through all the websites. You will get all the data. So you will you can assess more what is this and what digital initiative is, because all of you are using computers and Android phones with the internet connection. So you just go through the sites, so you will get more idea. You can, whatever the question asked from this side, so you can answer for that. Okay, you just familiar with all of these sites. And next one is campus connectivity. The National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology, NMEICT, aims to leverage the potential of information and communication technology in teaching and learning process. The mission also aimed to provide 200 broadband connections of 512 kbps speed to over 25,000 colleges and 2,000 polytechnics, and optical fiber connectivity 1 Gbps to 419 universities or university level institutions in the country, which includes internet facility. On the line of digital initiative of the PMO, the MHRD has now decided that the campuses of universities having 1 Gbps bandwidth shall be made Wi-Fi enabled campus. Already all the IITs, IIMs and NITs have established Wi-Fi campuses. The process of laying the optical fiber and provision of the Wi-Fi in central universities currently underway. So this is the format. You will get an idea how universities is. This is the academic main building. There is a Wi-Fi access point, so you will connect all that campus through a network topology. Okay, so you just go through it, you will get an idea. Okay, and the next one is Talk to a Teacher. Talk to a Teacher, developed by IIT Bombay, is an initiative of National Mission on Education through ICT, funded by MHRD to provide free access to a few selected graduate and postgraduate courses taught at IIT Bombay by distinguished faculty members and scholars at large. It uses a view collaboration tool developed by Amrita University for providing virtual classrooms to the faculty across the country. You can connect other part of the country's teachers also through Talk to a Teacher initiative. These courses can be viewed absolutely free of charge at lower bandwidth on the personal computer or laptop having headphone at the and the internet connection. Registration is not required as it does not have any evaluation or certification process. The courses are recorded live in classroom of IIT Bombay and may not reflect entire content of the course. Apart from the course, in engineering and computer science discipline, the program also covers humanities and social science discipline. More than 80,000 teachers have been trained so far under this project involving synchronous delivery of course from IIT Mumbai and IIT Kharagpur. And this is the site, and this is the format of a Talk to a Teacher corridor. Corridors for learning, so you can ask questions, you can view a courses around it, and research scopes are you can go through it. Okay, so this is the site for Talk to Teacher. And next one is Ask a Question. Ask a Question is a unique platform through which students from science and engineering college all over India can ask questions and faculty from IIT Bombay answers them. Okay, so wherever you are studying for engineering, and you can ask questions, your doubts you can ask. So all of the country represent, so IIT Bombay will answer them. That is the Ask a Question platform. Students can ask question either through an online forum or during an interactive live session. Interactive live sessions are held on every Thursday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. 1 hour there and in the field of electrical engineering, and every Friday from 4 to 5 p.m. in the field of physics. Okay, so you have any doubts you can ask from IIT Bombay through Ask a Question platform. And next one is eAcharya. eAcharya, also called Integrated E-Content Portal, that is eAcharya of NMEICT, is an official repository of NMEICT e-content, and all content produced under NMEICT is being put at this repository platform at InfliNet Center, Gandhinagar. So to apply basic tenets of preservation for digital content, implement standard metadata scheme of different types for the digital content, and ensure their long-term availability. This is the site for eAcharya. It's the integrated e-content portal. Okay, and all learners can access this site. And MHRD's project is this, and it's a national mission on education through information communication technology. And the eAcharya, besides a repository of content, shall also have the metadata of all this content, and it shall form a vertical of National Digital Library being implemented by the IIT Kharagpur. Okay. So you just remember from where all this initiative, that is IIT Kharagpur, IIT Mumbai, are the most of the initiatives started from there. So you just remember that. Okay, all the project investigators awarded development of e-content under NMEICT have been requested to ensure the deliverable are placed at the earliest in the integrated portal or eAcharya of MHRD. Further, the NCRT shall provide e-content links to eAcharya, and the NOIS shall providing the content on HDD to the eAcharya repository, and both shall ensure that all the content including e-books are made available on eAcharya. The eAcharya shall be backed by a robust 24/7 data center which shall be integrated with the NMEICT cloud network set up at NIC or NKN data center by the IIT Delhi and called Badal. The MOOCs is being produced under NMEICT shall also be uploaded on eAcharya. And next one is eKalpa, another MHRD or NMEICT initiative named eKalpa, creating digital learning environment for design in India, has successfully demonstrated the achievement of the following project objective on completion of its phase 1. So there is digital online content for learning design with the e-learning programs on design, digital design resources database including the craft sector, social networking for higher learning with the collaborative learning space for design, and design inputs for products of national mission in education through ICT. This is eKalpa platform. So creating a digital learning environment for design, mainly for design works. As on December 2015, the content of eKalpa website named DSOS, including 160 courses on design learning in different domain, more than 400 resources in the platform in the form of fine examples of design and craft, and 110 case studies of design project undertaken by professionals and design students, 50 video lectures and presentation by subjects expert, and 600 examples of visual gallery that has announced works of the rich tradition of art and design seen across a different region of India. And next one is the free and open source software for education, FOSSW. FOSSW project sanctioned to IIT Bombay has been promoting use of open source software in education institution. Their site is there, fossw.in, and it does through instructional materials such as a spoken tutorial, documentation such as textbook, companions, awareness programs such as conferences, training workshops, and internship. Textbook companion, that is TBC, is a collection of code for sold examples of standard textbooks. About 2000 college students and teachers have participated in this activity, and close to 1000 TBCs have been created in SCI lab and Python alone. Okay, it promotes to increase the use of open source software in curriculum and research. It's free and open source software in education, that is FOSSW. Okay, that is free open source software for education. And it has made all the TBCs open sources and has made them available for free download. And SCI Lab and Python TBCs are also on the cloud, so that one needs only a browser to execute the codes of TBC. And OSSEE is promoting FOSSE, there is F I'm missing, so you just FOSSEE is promoting the well established open source software, open form, and alternative to the priority software Fluent for computation fluid dynamics, DWSIM, an alternative to the priority software Aspen Plus for chemical process simulation. And FOSSEE has also undertaken several new open source software activities as well, raising SCI lab toolboxes to that of MATLAB, development of eSIM, and electronic design automation software, an alternative to ORCAD, development of Santi, a software for the data acquisition and control, an alternative to LabVIEW. The FOSSEE team works on open source hardware projects such as OpenPLC and Arduino as well. Through all of these projects, a large number of students across the country have been trained. And next one is eVidwan, the Information and Library Network in FlipNet Center took the initiative called Vidwan, okay, expert database and national researchers network with the financial support from NMEI CT, and it is a premier database of profile of scientists, researchers, and other faculty members working at leading academic institutions and other R&D organizations involved in teaching and research in India. The objective of Vidwan is to collect academic and research profile of scientists, faculty and research scientists, and working in leading academic and R&D organization in India and abroad, quickly and conveniently provide information about experts to peer prospective collaborators, including agencies, policymakers, and research scholars in the country. Establish communication directly with the expert who possess the expertise needed by research scholars. Identify peer reviews for review of articles and research proposal, and create information exchanges and networking opportunities among scientists. The database can be used for selection of panels of experts for various committees and task forces established by the ministries or government establishment for monitoring and evaluation purpose. Further, the availability of single point expert database will help the policy makers and funding agencies in decision making and policy intervention. As on 31st December 2015, the database contained more than 17,400 profiles of experts from 2,000 leading academic institutions, universities, and R&D organizations, including IITs, CSIR, DRDO, etc. And next one is spoken tutorial. Spoken Tutorial is a multi-award winning educational content portal. Here one can learn various free and open source software all by oneself. Our self-paced multilingual courses ensures that anybody with a computer and a desire for learning can learn from any place at any time and in a language of their choice. The Spoken Tutorial project is the initiative of the Talk to a Teacher activity of National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology, launched by the Ministry of Human Resource and Development, Government of India. Spoken Tutorial Forum is a friendly online discussion forum. You can join existing discussion or start new topics and get lots of replies from the Spoken Tutorial community. Registration to forum is completely free and takes only 1 minute. This is a spoken tutorial.org. Their site is there. It is developed by Mumbai, IIT Bombay. Okay, it's a software training project. The forum is very easy to use even in computer newbies, and it's very easy to format forum post with fonts, colors, and many other options. You can attach files to your post directly from your computer. And Central Cloud Infrastructure. The Central Cloud Infrastructure, the MHRD under NMEICT, has awarded a project to IIT Delhi to set up robust 24/7 backed data center, and the activities have been put up in NIC or NKN data center, and the cloud is called Badal, BAADAL. The IIT Delhi cloud is hosting e-content and video content of e-Acharya. Okay, so their NIRF is there. It launched on 29th September 2015 by MHRD. This framework intends to outline a methodology for ranking the institutions across our country. The core committee set up by MHRD arrives at the broad level understanding and hence give overall recommendations. Then only the methodology have been driven. The objective is to identify the broad level parameters for the ranking of Indian universities and institutions. The parameters that are broadly covered include teaching, learning and resource, graduation outcome, research and professional practices, outreach and inclusivity, and the perception. And GIAN, it aimed to tap the talent of the strong academic network of the country's scientists, entrepreneurs at international level to encourage their overall engagement with the higher education institution in India, so that country's existing academic resources can be augmented and accelerated the pace of the quality reform. Further, to elevate India's technological and scientific capacity to one GIAN, the global excellence. Through this, the best international academic experience can be brought into our education system. It will enable the interaction of students and the faculty with that of the world level best academic and industry experts, and also learn through their experience motivate people to draw solution to the Indian problems. And next is UAY. The major objective of the UAY scheme are to promote innovation and development in IITs, addressing the issues of manufacturing industries, to spur the innovative mindset, to coordinate the action between the academic and industry, and to strengthen the labs and the research facilities. And next is imprint. Imprint impacting research, innovation, and technology. First of this kind, Pan IIT plus IICS joint initiative supported by MHRD to address the major challenges in science and engineering. These challenges are must to fix, and India must champion in that to enable and empower the country for self-reliance and inclusive growth. This novel type of initiative containing twofold mandate is intended at developing the new engineering educational policy, creating a fine road map to pursue the engineering challenges. This scheme provides the overreaching vision in higher education that can guide research into the areas which are socially relevant predominantly. And next is Technical Education Quality Improvement Program of Government of India, launched by MHRD in 2002 December. It was aimed to support and upscale ongoing effort in improving the quality of technical education in India and enhancing the existing capacities of the technical institutions to become more dynamic, quality conscious, demand driven, forward looking, effective, and responsive. It can bring into the rapid economic and technological developments occurring at both national as well as international level. And next is Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya National Mission on Teachers and Teaching envisaged to, that is PMMMNMIMTT. Okay, that is Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya National Mission on Teachers and Teaching, and it envisaged to address all issues related to teachers, teacher preparation, teaching, and their professional development comprehensively. The mission caters current and urgent issues, supply of the qualified teachers, fetching talent into the teaching profession, and raising the quality of teaching at school and college level. Also building a strong professional cadre of the quality of teachers with the performance of standards. Okay, and RUSA, it's a Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan. It is a centrally sponsored scheme planned by central government has to implement the strategic funding reform and improvement in the higher education sector at the state level. Okay, so this is about our digital initiatives. I know it's a thoda lengthy ho gaya video, because in one stretch you just go through the digital initiative of higher education, because most of the digital initiative is supporting for research side and also in science subjects such as engineering, because the technical sides they need to improve in the country. It will help for our India's development also. So more digital initiatives are helping to the concept of development in technical development, so in higher education level. Okay, so this is about it, and the chart you can see the why cloud computing. It's a importance of cloud computing, that is 24/7 support. Okay, nowadays online classes and digital TVs, digital initiative, there is a TV there for students. They can watch their lessons through TV for 24/7 support, and also it is lower capital expenditure, but there is a internet connectivity expenditure is there, otherwise travel expense and baki other expenses are very low and highly automated, and it's a utility based, easy and angle deployment. It's easy to use, and device and location independent, and pay as you use. How much you are using, you can pay, like internet you are using, how much you are using, you are paying for that. Okay. And reliability and sustainability are there. Secure storage management is there. So these are the advantages of cloud computing and digital initiatives. Okay. So more you can added on your notes through you just visit the website I mentioned in between for digital initiatives. And there is a short Ganga, one more site are there why there is a short Ganga. So you can access through that website for your research paper. If you are preparing for PhD, you can access your the sample research papers are there, and you can verify and you can compare your paper with that. You will get more ideas about the preparation of your research paper, like that. More for the higher level in your research level, more helps are there in digital initiatives nowadays. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can comment it on comment box. So otherwise, do like our video and subscribe and share our channel. Okay, thank you.